everyone, welcome to day 5 of the cleanse. So you're doing awesome. So the most common question that I got today was, what do I do if I have to go out for dinner? It's Friday night, maybe you have dinner plans over the weekend or tonight. So yes, in a perfect world, you're not eating out if you're on a cleanse. We can't really control what the restaurant is putting in the food. They often cook in canola oil, which is extremely inflammatory. But if you have to go out, the first thing I want to say is you do not fail. You didn't ruin everything. If you had to go out to eat, something is better than nothing. And you do your best every moment, right? The only little thing I want to say is when we do 10 days straight of extremely clean, there is, I felt in my own body, a real shift because I really gave the body a break consistently over 10 days. But with that said, maybe you were never going to do the break. And if you did it for 5 days and one day was a little bit off and then you added back on the other days, it's still better than what you did before. So this is an improvement. And what's cool about going to a restaurant or having an event, it's more like real life. You're not in a bubble. So it teaches you a little bit how to have a life and still be healthy and cleansing, maybe on an everyday basis a little bit. So if you're eating out, so some people say like Italian restaurants or more like, restaurants that are trendy, lots like fried food. So the first thing I would say is if you can, try not to have dairy. Dairy is very mucus forming and inflammatory. So that's my first suggestion. Of course, try not to have anything fried. That's also super, super heavy on the body. The cooked oils are probably the worst thing for us on the planet. Then if you're looking at like, okay, so maybe you're not doing dairy, so and you're not doing anything fried, what are your other choices? So I would say like a meat or a fish, and fish is even lighter, or chicken is even lighter. That's, cooked in broth or poached. Those are the best things, steamed. So those are the best things if you have an option. But in general, fish and chicken, turkey, rabbit, they're a little bit less fatty than, let's say, beef. Pork is the worst, so it's the most fatty, so I try to stay away from that. And like lamb too is quite fatty, so I would try to lean towards the fishes, the chicken, the turkeys, the rabbit. If you are also not like, you're like, I'm not a meat eater, what's another thing? So when you're looking at the grains between a pasta and a rice, well, at least the rice is gluten-free, so that would be my choice. If you're at a restaurant that like has like quinoa or any other grain, that could be super cool. And then, like most restaurants have salad as an entree. You could totally have a salad to start with. You can even do more than one entree to eat. So like, sometimes they might have like a beet salad and a regular salad, and then like a tartare, salmon. And so you could kind of make your own little meal there. So I say tartare because, at least it's not fried, it's more fresh. So yeah, you're trying to keep it as fresh as possible, less fried, less oily, lighter as much as possible. In a perfect world, you're not having dessert at this restaurant. You're maybe having fruit. You can order yourself a herbal tea. You're trying not to drink. You want to use like lots of ice and lemon and lime in your water. And just remember that you are there to spend time with your loved ones, with your friends. So let that be the focus. And just remember how good you're going to feel when you get into your bed and you feel good in your body. Sometimes when I want to have like, I don't know, dessert or I want to indulge, and then I get in my bed and I'm like, oof, I don't feel that good. I don't rest as well. I don't feel like, I don't know. I just don't feel like myself. But the nights that I decide just to have a herbal tea and do maybe some self-care, give myself a little facial or even just have my herbal tea and keep it really light, I get in my bed and I'm like, I feel good and I'm more connected to my true essence, who I am. I feel positive. So just reminding myself of how good I feel when I don't indulge sometimes keeps me from like not having dessert after dinner, keeping it light or not drinking. So I'm not perfect. Sometimes I do indulge, but it's just the reminder after like, I don't feel as good when I do this. And that's what keeps me motivated. Somebody had asked, and I forgot to answer the question yesterday, do I know a place to get raw dairy, like raw cheese? I don't. So in general, I don't really recommend dairy at all. But yes, if you're going to have dairy, raw is 100% better. And if you're looking between like cows, goat and sheep would be better. So that was a question, but it's all a little mucus forming, so I don't really recommend it. And somebody asked me about organic apple picking, so I put it yesterday just in the link. There's just one place I found in Montreal, but there might be others. I haven't personally gone yet myself, but it was on my bucket list of things to do, so I did look into it. So yes, it's super awesome if you can get to that over the weekend. It could be a cool family activity. So that is it. I didn't get any other questions. It was really about like a lot of the restaurants and what to do and how to eat. Keep going. You guys are doing great. And I will see you guys soon.